welcome back to TAQWA Ministries podcast. I'm Charles Mosley, and I got Cam King gonna be the narrator. He's gonna start us off. What's going on this morning, Cam King?
Everything's great. Everything is lovely, Charles. Once again, glad to be here. It's now time for TAQWA Ministries, the podcast, starring Charles Mosley, your host, and myself, co-hosting this thing, Mr. Cameron King. Busy week for you, Charles, as far as taking care of business with the mass jig and the showers. I think you talked about it, the showers and what you have planned, what you're going to do with the showers. So let's just spend a little time with this show, bringing people up to speed to where we're at as far as showers and the mass jig over there in the Grove. I'll let you take it from there.
Oh yeah, man. We had a company come out called Axle Surgeons. They're right now putting the axles and the wheels and out right now at the out there in Euless at the office. They're working on it right now. They got that part together. We yesterday we did the handlers that you walk up, holding when you walk up to the get to go into the showers. We got that part together. We did that yesterday. Matter of fact, me and Cam King came out there yesterday and was helping me with that part.
So yeah, just to give the people a picture of what we're talking about, you have basically 3 half bathroom type of situations loaded up on a couple of axles, and that can be towed around. And your plans is to allow the homeless people to use the showers and
showers
tidy
gonna be for the
themselves up and
homeless.
whatnot,
Yes.
right?
Yes, they're gonna be for the homeless in $5 off of Hardwood, the Masjid Al Islam. We'll have the showers for those. We'll do it on a Saturday. We'll clothe them. We'll have clothes. We'll have food, and we'll shower them every week, if it's God's will. But the whole thing is this, community. We need the help. Like they say, it takes a village to raise a child. It also takes a village to raise a community, to get the community where it need to be at. So I'm asking. I don't want nobody money. I'm not asking y'all to donate nothing like that. But I would ask that you all consider donating underwear, bras and stuff for the ladies, any kind of slightly used clothes, stuff like that, man. Hygiene, stuff of that nature, man. It's TAQWA Ministry. You can go on TAQWAministry.org on our website, and you can go in there and communicate with me, or you can call me at 469-556-5220. Text me or whatever that y'all want to do. Y'all want to help. If you all want to help, all hands on deck. We need all the assistance we can get. And then if you want to volunteer on the weekend, once we get this effort going, y'all are welcome to come out and volunteer to help us, help our community. Because if you're a godly person, God say He loves those who do good to others. So we want to address that need, because over there in South Dallas, they have a whole lot of homeless camps over there. A lot of them. This gonna be something that's gonna be very much appreciated, very much accepted. They're gonna love it, and I feel very strongly that with this here, it's gonna open up doors for a lot of more things to transpire. And also with the masjid that's in Pleasant Grove, we're working on the roof. We got a roofer came out and gave us a good price on the roof to get the roof going, because the roof was real in bad shape. So we at the place where we got a roofer that's going to actually come out and do the roof. But on the other part, once we get the roof going, we need people to donate material. You know, you want to donate sheetrock, paint, whatever we're gonna have a list that we're gonna post on our website, and we also gonna have a list that we can put out on social media, Instagram or Facebook. Have a list of things that we are in need of. Like I say, we ain't asking for nobody money. We're not asking for nothing that like that, man. We know, cause I'm gonna be real. Like on this show, I do it raw and uncut. I don't go around the corner because some people got money. That's their God. That's great. You might not realize. Oh no, man. I believe in God. Yeah, you do, but you don't put out like you should when you have this money. You have this money. That's why we don't ask nobody for their money. Cause it's hard, it's hard to someone to that's really not in that giving type, in that spirit that you say. But we just asking that the community come out and support us with the materials and everything. But like I say, now if you want to donate money, that's on you. But that's not the first thing we asking for is your money.
So for those who do not know, Charles, what is the purpose once it is completed, once it is the construction of the masjid is completed? What would be the purpose of the masjid?
We're gonna have. Thank you for asking. Good, Cam. We're gonna have trade school. We're gonna start. We got a trucking company, so we're gonna start out with the truck driver school. So we're gonna have truck driver school, eventually plumbing and electrician. So we're gonna have that. We're gonna have a space where they can come and do job search. We're gonna have a space in that masjid where they can shower. We're gonna have every Friday, maybe on the weekend, whatever day that the board picked to do the feeding. But on Fridays we're gonna be selling plates. But then after, we sell plates or whatever. After that, whatever's left, we're gonna give it to the community. We're gonna give it to. We may do the showers that day, but I think we should do that showers on Sunday since. Well, actually, we're gonna be in the Grove, so it's not gonna collide. But that's what the masjid gonna be used for. And then we're gonna also have a podcast, and it's gonna be ran by you, Cam King.
Yeah,
You're gonna be over the podcast. We're gonna set it up where we're gonna charge a fee to come and do your podcast. Because we gotta understand, man. These churches, these mosques, and these synagogues and temples and all that. It's supposed to be for the community, not the community for the church, or the mosques, or the synagogues, or the temples. So we got to have a business model to run it. Cause look back in ancient time, they had a trade, carpenter, electrician, and they had that was running there. They weren't asking. You read in the scriptures, they weren't asking. You got your tithes and stuff like that. The tithes and offering, and all that's supposed to be stored up. So if any one of you guys need it, or the community need it, we'll reach back and say, because you gave it to me. It's like a loan. Just like a God said throughout the scriptures, He loaned us a beautiful loan. Loan God a beautiful loan. So that what I'm saying is this loan is for the good, man. When you do this kind of effort, when you do the charity, or you do your tithes offering, or whatever you want to call it, hey man, that's supposed to be stored up. Look at the scriptures. It don't supposed to be going, well, I'm going to buy me a Rolls Royce. He's supposed to have a job. You're going to pay the pastor. You're going to get him a little stipend for his time. Okay. But we don't supposed to be taking care of him like that. No, man. Come on now. He's supposed to get compensated for his time, but he should have him a job, a career, doing something. And I know a lot of them may have. But I'm just pointing that out that's how the structure of the masjid is going to be. That's going to be a plus when y'all donate cash. You know what I'm saying? This one another thing we're going to do that's going to be different from the other places of worship. Mm-hmm. We're going to display the what we got in the account. We're going to display how much a person gave that following Friday. We're going to have it on the board. We're gonna let y'all see, you know, this. And like I say, with us, with our mindset, with our indigenous people, melanated people, what we do, let's say, for instance, I'm going to give you a scenario. Let's say, for instance, we put on the board that we got $1 million in the account. Let's say that. With our mind, with our itty-bitty minds, or with our little mindset, with our little selfishness, or however you're going to call it, we'll say, oh, man, they all right, they don't need nothing. That's what you all will, some of y'all, not all y'all, don't get me wrong now. I'm not saying everybody's the same. We all different. Just like our fingerprints and everything is different. So what I'm saying is this, is that when we see stuff like that, we wanna get in our minds that y'all all right, y'all got enough money, but y'all don't understand the whole trajectory of how to run this. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is to you guys that we're gonna change the narrative. We're gonna change how the masjid, this masjid, let me say, compared to the other house of worship. We're gonna be there for the community. We're not gonna be there talking about, hey y'all, donate because we're trying to build a playground. We trying to do this. We got to pay the light bill. We got to pay the water bill. No, man, you got your own water bill and light bill at your house, man. Why would I have to do you like that? Why would I have to go up there and say that? Because it's supposed to be something running that place. Because what if we in Pleasant Grove where it's middle class people, you know, you got some poor people, you got a little population of homeless or whatnot. But what I'm saying overall, hey man, we got to be there for them, man. Not the other way around. We want to offer something that's going to benefit the community. Because like I say this again, I said this before, that the community is going to have, well, in Pleasant Grove anyway, it's going to have it to whereas all the stuff that they're needing, we're going to go out in the community, man, and clean it up, man. Pick up trash. You know, we got places where all the homeless is at, got needles. Man, a child can come and get those needles off the ground, man. And don't know what it is and stick themselves. What if the person that had the thing had AIDS or something? You know what I mean, y'all? We need to go, that's what we're going to do when we go to Pleasant Grove. We're going to have cleanup days. You know, we're going to go out and get involved and let the churches, all the Catholics, all this, we're going to get with all the peoples over there and we're going to have a specific day that we're all going to come together and all us going to go and do things like that that's going to benefit the community. You know? So that's that part. Then on the, let's go on the trade. The truck driver school. Truck driver school, like I say, we got trucks already, would be the most easiest thing to start. But I got a brother that's in Katy. He live in Katy. He already have a truck driver school already. You know, you see what I'm saying? Why reinvent the wheel when he had it? I don't think he got to move it up. But I'm gonna show you what happened though. He was trying to get a building in Dallas. God stopped it. You know, I'm gonna tell you why. And I told him that, and he kind of like, man, that kind of makes sense because God knew that we finna do this and what we're gonna have, what kind of trade we were gonna have. So when I mentioned that to him, he was like blown away because he said, now only thing he got to do is come in and pay. Now I ain't saying pay what you pay with these people, but you just pay just do zakat and give charity every month. You know what I'm saying? Then you ain't got to worry about sign no leases. He don't have to worry about none of that. Only thing he have to do is just be consistent with giving every month. That's all you got to do is give something every month, man. Now half of what, let's say if his rent was $1,200, he give it $600, man. You know, hey man, I was gonna pay $2,000, $3,000 for the building. Give $1,500. Give me half of it, at least. You know, give me something. You know, I'm not paying them. I'm not charging them rent. But what I'm saying with that setup, it's gonna help do what we do. Then he ain't got to worry about no lease. You know how places when you go out and you sign I think that what was kind of stagnate him because they wasn't trying to do a long-term lease with him. That was another thing that he was kind of mentioning, you know, but it didn't go through. So like I say, that part is gonna be for that, and then the electrician and plumbing will soon come after, and then the podcast. Go to the podcast. We're gonna have a nice podcast in there. So we're gonna be ran by Cam King. Yours truly, Cam King. He gonna run. He gonna get his thing back, and we're gonna be renting it out. He gonna handle that. That's his specialty. He's running, and see how we gonna structure our thing. I'm not gonna say anything never say anything to Cam King about how to run that thing. That's his department. Now, if I see something that's not proper, then I'm gonna bring it to his attention. But I ain't gonna tell him how to run it. Hey man, you know last night something left. Just stuff to make him aware. But I'm not gonna try to run his deal. I'm not gonna do that. You know, and every department we have, the people that's in charge of that department is gonna run that department. I'm not gonna step on no toes. We're not gonna do anything of that nature.
So yeah, to have a event center, have a place where people, have to have a podcast home, a podcast studio over there in Pleasant Grove. I think that's a great idea to create a way to facilitate the community. Yes. And that's what the Masjid is going to provide for those people over there in Pleasant Grove.
Yes, sir.
So, I think we're on the back end here. We got maybe about 5 to 10 minutes. So let's switch gears real fast, Charles, and talk about this 3 days of darkness.
3 days of darkness.
That's been going around slightly. It's obviously, in my brief research that I've done, it's obviously not something necessarily new, but something that's resurfacing, maybe something that people who are into the Bible more or less would know about. And so, real quick, 3 days of darkness. You want to go ahead and bring us up to speed?
Well, 3 days of darkness, man, like you said, been talked about for years to come. But what I wanted to say, if something like that would happen, just say that. We don't know the day and time of judgment, but God only, He know that hour. We don't know. But what if 3 days dark and whatever, how it's going to get dark is this. Is the planet going to line itself up with the earth. It's going to line itself up, and it's going to cause to whereas we're not going to get no sun, so it's going to get cold. But according to the information out there, God Almighty going to control the temperature so that we won't freeze. You know what I'm saying? If that happened, this is just when it happened. If or when, whatever, when it happened.
And so I would take it, if that was the case, then the sun would have to be involved, right? One of those 3 planets that are aligned.
Well, once it lines up, I don't know. I'm not an astrologist. I don't know nothing about all that old stuff there. But if you see, if a planet blocking out the earth, then the sun can't penetrate. Everybody's going to get dark.
Right.
So that 3 days, well, what I'm going to say, the preparedness or the readiness of that, if something happen like that and you can come in on this, what would y'all do? Would y'all actually follow it? Because it's saying don't look out your door. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't go outside. Don't do none of that. Don't look out no window. Get you some candles, get it prepared, and be ready. And don't. It's saying that these demons gonna be lurking on that day. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's saying. There's gonna be some demons. There's gonna be some people that's gonna be out there like the homeless. They gonna feast on them. It's sad to say, Let's say that something happened like that. You know, where they out doing the things and they'll come into a house and it has been said that what's gonna happen is don't nobody knock on your door, don't open that door, cause the demons say they can speak like maybe your cousin traveled from East Texas somewhere, and they can speak just like one of them. They can speak like a baby. They can they can change their voice. They shapeshifters. They know what they're doing. They got that ability to do that. God gave them ability, but they use the ability in the wrong way. So we don't want to open the door. We want to close off everything that we can close off. We're gonna get us some candles. Get candles, but not the scented candles, but them candles like them candles with religious stuff on it.
It's
unscented candles.
Some blessed candles. Blessed wax candles.
Right.
Would be the only thing that would allow you to see during that 3 days.
Yes.
And that single candle wouldn't blow out for the 3 days.
Yes.
Is what they say.
Yes. So that's what that is. But my question is this. Y'all can comment. If something like that would happen in your lifetime, would you be prepared?
And I think that's a great way to end this one so that we can maybe tap into it on the next show.
More so, yes, sir.
More so, because I would love to have a little bit more time, and I apologize. I was supposed to do that last week, have a little bit more time to tie in some other things that they're talking about.
Yes, sir.
Because they mentioned Bible verses, they mentioned some people, from the past who have been reported talking about these things, so they would act as references to what we're talking about. So, yeah, I think next week we can kind of tie all those things.
Yeah, we will, and that's good, man. So I would ask, I'm gonna end the show, like and subscribe and comment, and hey, I'm gonna leave y'all with a prayer. In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful, praise be to God, the cherishes thing in the world, most gracious, most merciful, master of their judgment. Thee do we worship, with thy name we seek. Show us the straight way, the way of those on whom thou bestowest thy grace, those whose portion is not right, and who go not astray. Amen. Thank y'all, and y'all have a blessed
Don't forget me, man. I'm coming down, I'm staying with ya. Hey!